are playing Legend Legacy of the Crystal Shard. But before I let Patrick take it away, in the doobly-doo down below, you will find a link to our extra life page and for Toronto Sick Kids Hospital, and also a link to our sister shows as part of the Heroes Wanted collective of shows. There's also a Discord link there, so come check it out. But without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome, everyone, to Legacy of the Crystal Shard. Catching up with our party of Cithrin and the Sinners. Last episode, they were inside the fortress where they had snuck in to try and rescue the wizard Amber from the clutches of a white dragon. Chasing down a fleeing ice toad, they did end up discovering Amber fighting back in his own way in a library-style room, and you found out that he had had his tongue cut out, which is one of the reasons why nobody had been able to make contact with him. And while the rest of the party fought the Bullywug guards that were in the building, Augustus cast Regenerate on Amber, regrowing his tongue. He then thanked you and told you that Akar Kessel had visited the dragon Cryovane and gifted him some black ice and a large black mirror, corrupting him and causing him to turn on Amber and forcing him to research the Winter King and his hidden cairn. Sneaking through the rest of the building and defeating the major domo of Cryovane, you guys made it to an ice-covered rooftop where you faced off against the White Dragon and his ice mephits. Slipping and sliding, you eventually wore him down, and Cassandra's two massive fireballs hurt him severely and allowed Radigan to get the killing blow in as he eventually got his new weapon working. And crashing and sliding onto the, into the small wall at the edge of this building is where we pick up. Evening is falling rapidly. You can actually see the sort of windswept cloudy sky is quickly turning into this red and golden sunset. As you guys are on this ice-covered roof, the dust sort of settles from this dragon's body smashing onto the ice. And on this rooftop, there is the large black mirror, which is over here, and there's a gilt sort of frame that edges it, and it is currently reflecting the whiteness of the snow and the ice that it is resting on. There's also a large pile of books, and Stefan Amber was able to recover his spell book already, which was a small bag of stones that his spells are etched on. That is where we pick up. What would you guys like to do?
Let's take a rest. I am tired.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel fine.
Where were you during the fight?
It's best not to speak of that.
Duma doesn't need any rest. Rest is for the weak. But I'm going to sit here and close my eyes and just rest them for a minute.
Cithrin will, offer up health potions and go around helping everybody patch up.
Let us go inside where it might be a little warmer.
Hang on. Let's look at the body a little bit. We harvest some. Oh,
you can certainly try. As you get close, you can see there is that black ice cuff that is around one of the limbs of the dead dragon's body.
We should remove that
and destroy it.
We should. I think I would look fabulous with a nice black ice cuff.
No.
No.
I will give you a black ice cuff if you try.
I'll give you a black eye.
Yes, we should try to get some teeth and blood and scale. Is that what adventurers do when they kill a dragon? Yes. We're adventurers.
Yes. So I'm just taking a breather. I'm planning on just dissecting it for research.
I think I have the size survival, right?
Yeah, hold on. Got some pressing business here. Mr. Amber Wizard Man, where does that mirror lead to exactly? As far as you've been able to.
I don't know. It is simply where Kessel and his minion have come out of. He says it leads back to Hedron or something like that. But I have only seen them come out. I do not know where it goes.
And then that is our goal, is it not?
Well, that's where we need to be. But think we'd all best stick inside, pick a room, fortify it, move this mirror inside just in case, and yeah, we'll
Bring that bag over here, the extra dimensional space one.
I don't think I can stuff the entire dragon into it, Gus.
I'm going to 1 second. Does anybody object? Does anybody have a higher survival than 6?
I
Nope.
have 3, but I will give you. I'll assist you. I'll give you help.
All right, and I will give myself guidance.
All right. Give me a survival check to see how you do. Roll your guidance. 14. You hack off the leg and you're able to get a tooth out, but when you get into the finer parts of the body, you can see that the fireball and the other damage that it has taken in the crash, nothing else is salvageable, unfortunately.
Was this the same dragon with the guy on the back?
That was his dad.
This is the child.
Oh, okay.
That was a dude?
Or mom, I'm
No,
not
it's
sure.
a she, Mom.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Everything sounds a little bit like a dude when Patrick is playing it because of his deep voice.
That's just a dragon. As you get to the mirror, Cithrin, you can see that surrounding the frame there are inlaid, symbols and other sort of, things that are worked in. Some of it seems to be just artistic. Other parts of it seem like they may be runes of a sort. But as you sort of step in front of it, I mean, the mirror is just pitch darkness. So your reflection, stares back at you, but it is an almost warped sort of reflection as you see that this is actually made out of black ice, not glass.
Oh, I step back. Do I recognize the runes? Can I read them?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana. Okay, yeah, no, it's not going to be very good. Nerp.
They mean nothing to you.
So I'll turn around and I'll just be like, we have a mirror of black ice over here.
How
One
secure does
second,
it look?
I'm trying to finish up with this.
Look, can you wrap that stuff in butcher's paper or something? I've got other things. Look, I don't want to get dragon blood all over my anvil. All right, just.
All right, I will pack it.
Kinda
We'll pack it
that
up.
stuff.
I will pull out a bedroll and we will turn it into a crude sack and we will tie it onto my back.
Are you going to put the
is the
black
mirror to
ice
the ground,
cup
or-
in the bag?
Yeah, all the blood. It's just black ice is going in the bag. It's not going to touch skin. We're not going to touch it with skin. We're going to pick it up with handkerchiefs. It doesn't affect us if we don't touch it, right?
Wait.
I don't have my cart, so I don't have tongs, but I do have my smith's tools probably. So yeah, I probably have tongs.
Wait.
Yeah, you can put it in the bag, no problem. It's only if you kept it on outside of the bag and on your person that it would presumably start to have an effect.
This mirror is an advantage. This mirror is where they're going to come from when they return.
What mirror?
The mirror, the portal. They are going to come out of it.
I suppose we could put it over a big pit of spikes or something.
Or over the edge of the tower?
Ooh!
I like the way you think. Actually, let's.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Cannot they see
Radigan
from?
starts moving.
Why don't we go over so they can't come through?
Can they not see through it to the other side?
If we look through, is there anything?
As you currently look at it, you just see this sort of warped reflection of yourself, and Amber will see the confusion on Radigan's face as he rolled a natural 1 for his Arcana check, and he will wave Cassandra over and just say, "You did very well, my young one. Would you care to take a look at it with me?"
Yes.
Oh no,
Oh,
she's
no.
fangirling.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage, Cassandra.
If this is happening here, where's Duma? Is he in love?
With the dragon?
25.
25. So as you are looking at these runes, you can tell that there are properties of divination and conjuration, and you would assume that that means that there's probably transportation and communication abilities of the mirror. You glean, sort of reading the runes, that it's a force of personality that would actually activate the mirror.
I guess we need the great Ezekiel. He might blow it up though.
Radigan, you see these books are all a variety of magical tomes, and as you open the leaves, you can see each one is stamped with the sigils of the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskan. And Amber will look over your shoulder and say, "Don't forget, those belong to Arvientris. We're not taking anything."
Oh no, not
I mean,
not gonna rob a.
we did just take his child, so
Let's not take anything more. However, the child's hoard presumably does not belong to RV Interest, correct?
And he will look at you and say, I would assume, I don't know where that is.
Well,
the young one was just here guarding as I was researching.
it is a shame, but perhaps we
look
can find
around.
it later.
I'll poke around the nest a bit.
This wasn't its home, right? That is what he was saying? It
That's
lived
what he's
somewhere
saying.
else?
Yes. It was here doing the bidding of its parents, basically. They set
The
this
White Dragon?
up as a research place. Yeah, the White Dragon.
Yeah.
This is basically a research station where members of the Arcane Brotherhood can come and read the materials that the dragons stole from them decades ago.
As sort of some weird ass divorce thing.
No, they attacked their tower and stole a whole bunch of magical items and books. And so what they've done is they've set up sort of an arrangement of reciprocity where the wizards can come and study, as long as they also promise to translate some of it for Arvientris and the other dragons.
it's like if the mob took over your college.
Except the
mod-
Arcane Brotherhood is already the mob, so...
No, they are not.
The mob took over
the
the mob.
stronger mob.
We are totally not. I mean, it would be
We?
really presumptive of me.
Oh yeah, shooting them.
And he will look at you and just say, are you interested in studying with us at some point?
Yes, I very much am. I mean, your scholarship is very important. Deeply hiding my outright fangirling.
And he will say, I will be happy to sponsor you after the display you have put on here, and I am in debt for you for giving me my voice back, literally. I'm still not used to my tongue, but I'll get there.
Thank you
And
so
I
much.
could try again if you want to cut it out.
I only had the one scroll. And then he will turn to you, Ezekiel, and just say, would you care to try and activate this, or should we rest first?
We should rest first, but we should be within sight of this mirror.
Why
or
do we
all of
not
us should be gone.
Why do we not just do something as simple as, with the tongs, I will gently lay the mirror face down so nothing can come through.
All right. I mean, this is a huge, heavy slab, so it'll take more than the tongs.
Oh, okay. Never
Duma.
mind.
Amber says, I would like to at least look through and spy on them if we can.
Okay, but after a short rest, because I'm hurt and I don't have any inspiration left. And I know everyone
Cithra-
else is hurt.
Cithron hands over a healing potion.
I would also I would prefer to take a full day, as I need to relearn a lot of these spells, as I've not had my book with me for nearly 2 months.
Right, so
Alright.
let's
Get these
these
books back
big
inside and-
stone columns. What are they? And how tall are these? Are these big enough to block the mirror?
They're just they're huge rocks. Yeah, you could definitely lean the mirror against one of them, and
Do we
it would.
move them to the mirror so we don't have to touch the mirror?
The mirror has a frame. It's safe to touch.
Oh, okay.
Cassandra would
Yeah,
be
so
able
it's-
to have figured that out.
I count as large size, so. push
Duma,
full.
help him.
Okay, attached to the ground.
Oh, don't wake him up. He's all tuckered out.
Zithrin, help
All
him.
you're gonna hear is.
No, I have this. I am still as strong as I was when I was young, girl.
Well, no, because if the frame for the mirror is not attached physically to the ground, then I suggest we just pick it up, set it face down on the ground.
That's literally what we're doing.
Okay.
We're just
Yeah, we're gently knocking it over because we don't want to break it and have thousands of shards.
we're laying it down, yeah.
We're laying it down.
You're
face down.
it's heavy, but you're easily able to just lower it down and have it face down against the ice. And as you do this, night falls above you, and the sky is suddenly full of these luminous green lights above you that are staggeringly beautiful as they sort of dance over the water and the clouds in the night sky above you.
They say that is the souls that did never made it to Moladin.
Huh.
Aw, shucks.
Looks like positive ions hitting the upper atmosphere, but to each his own.
So beautiful.
I was hoping for somebody to make a steamed ham reference.
No,
What?
Nope.
we're above
sorry.
that.
All right, let's shovel the books into the into the castle and let's go to.
All right, yeah, you guys can head back downstairs. You can fill some of the books in the library. It's still a little while before you go to sleep, so you guys are able to flip through any of the books in the library that you wish before you settle in for a long rest. You are able to easily enough start some fires in the fireplaces to keep warm overnight. There's some thin sort of gruel and other basic foodstuffs in and around the kitchen.
I can make that better.
Give me a skill check.
All right. What
Don't
skill?
Wait, I have prestidigitation.
What skill?
Well, use your proficiency, and for that, I'd say make a straight intelligence check.
Okay. So that's plus my proficiency. Where is that on here? Is that +3 at this, or +2 at this point still?
+2, I think, for level 5.
See, there we go. Much better.
It's a plus.
Uh-huh.
It's right underneath your inspiration box.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I saw that, but I wasn't 100%. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. So,
So
with that, yeah,
14.
you're able to. You have your spices that you bring with you. You're able to make a fairly decent sort of oatmeal and thick version of this gruel. And Amber, despite having had this for ages and ages, actually sort of smiles and just says, "This is very, very good." And then as he sees Cassandra using prestidigitation on hers, he glances over and just sort of nods towards his as well.
No, he wants you to do it on his.
Prestidigitation, you mean?
I think you've
Yes.
already done it on his.
Yes.
It is a king. He knows it. He should know it.
Yeah, I will do it.
He might not have it prepared.
Cantrip's always
It's-
prepared.
Yeah,
it's
cantrips
one of
are
those
prepared.
little things I've never learned.
Yes, what would you like it to taste like?
Summer berries.
Bingo!
Ezekiel will take his mask off to eat.
As I prepare my spells for tomorrow, what do we think we will be facing? Because we're spending a day, right?
Perhaps dispel magic.
I was thinking that.
You guys are able to bed down. I mean, the wind is sort of whistling and winding over the ice and the snow here, but eventually, you find it soothing and you are able to have a full rest. You guys heal up. Your spells are ready. Amber is able to tell you that, Kessel is, of course, a necromancer. And when he came through with this white-haired, priestly-looking gentleman whose name he thinks is Fane or something like that.
Seem to remember that guy.
And are we going after a specific object or the person?
The sword of the Winter King? But I believe it won't be hard to find once we get in there.
It's rod of the Winter King. It's a scepter.
A look-it object?
He said he was getting it for his mistress. So I think
We should
be in the tower.
we should fill our good friend here in on the what we know about Hedron. She is the chosen of Oral from one of the tribes near the 10 towns. She is
Looking for
fairly
the rod.
powerful.
Yep.
Can create simulacrums out of snow.
Has projected herself in snow simulacra. It's been sending Yeti against the towns. Has some beef with the various Reghead tribes. I think that's just because they weren't bowing down to her.
No, the one. Which one was it that
The Elk tribe.
were friends with us? The Elk tribe. She's from the Elk tribe and left them because she was forced out after she accidentally kissed someone to death.
And he will say, that is troubling. I know she has longed to be a true god and not just a subordinate to Talos. If Oral is really making a play to be the full goddess of winter, a champion of hers would be a terrible, terrible ally.
Yeah, so we need the rod. Do you know of a way of destroying the rod of the Winter King, or do we just toss it into the sea and be done?
You give it back before he thaws and wakes and wreaks his own vengeance for it being stolen, I think.
Right. Do we know where the Winter King is?
He says, I found the hidden cairn in one of the large far sides of the Great Glacier. I unfortunately think that book was taken by them as they went to procure it, but the legends I read said that when it was going to be taken from him, he would thaw and wake, and he would wreak his own terrible vengeance to get it back. If it's not returned, he will probably destroy the North in trying to get his revenge on this champion of Oral.
All right, so let me see if I got this all straight. There's a rod. It's a big artifact. It was stolen by some white-haired fancy pants for this Miss Hedron, who's going to use it to create her northern kingdom and make her goddess Auril, the Lord of all winter. And once that happens, the Winter King's going to wake up and cause the end of the world, unless we put the rod back. Sound about right?
Probably not the end of the world, but he will certainly fight to get it back, and the people that live up here would be his, well, they would be chattel to him. He would not care.
All right, well, fair enough, I think. Well, sounds like another problem to be solved with a gun. Let's.
Look, not every problem is a problem to be solved with a gun. This one is, but not every.
See, there you go. You're
Wine
already
is
proving my point.
often the solution to some problems.
I agree, Gus. Wine and magic.
And with that, Amber, in the morning after, as you guys are preparing everything, he says, I wish you luck. I'm going to head back to the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskan and deal with them and this man you mentioned in Bryn Shander from the Brotherhood that seems to have spoiled our name and joined up with pirates.
Careful out there.
He smiles, and you see he's drawing this sort of chalk circle on the ground, and he looks up and says, "Can any of you cast the sending spell?"
Nope.
Looking at my spell list.
What
don't
level's
think
that?
don't
Third.
think I have my cell bill paid.
I do a couple prepare it. I don't have it ready right now.
If when you have are ready, contact me, and I will do what I can to get you back home.
I'm much obliged.
All right, I have it ready.
It's the least I can do. I definitely owe you all. Thank you again. And the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskan is open to those of you who wish to come study, looking at Radigan and Cassandra. And he says, as to the rest of you, I wish you luck in your adventures. And he will finish his teleportation circle, and in this flash of sort of blue and purple arcane light, he vanishes.
Huh. I'm gonna have to build me a teleporter one of these days.
What happens if you and something else go in at the same time?
Just make sure you don't teleport the bread.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it. Also, I don't see the problem with teleporting bread at all. And yes, I get that reference. All right. I guess we have to tip this thing back up.
Yeah, the morning has come. Have you guys all healed up and gotten everything together that you want to get done?
Oh yes,
Okay.
and I totally forgot. What were the spells in his spell book to see if I'd be interested in copying over one or two.
You would have had to have stayed up the night to copy any spells. Are you
boo.
willing to do that and take the exhaustion?
No.
He says when you come visit, he will certainly sit you down and allow you to look through his book.
Thank you so much. She's gonna be buzzing the rest of the day. She met one of her heroes.
What was his name?
Amber.
I forget.
No, his last name.
Stephen Amber.
I worked overtime every night this week, and my brain don't think good.
He is a very classic character from an earlier module that I nearly sent you guys through called Castle Amber, but I didn't want to extend this any longer than it needed to be.
Ooh, yes, Castle.
Yes. And so that's why you guys ended up here. So yeah, you guys are able to lift the mirror and place it back against the wall. It is still this sort of dull black surface. And, you know, Cassandra, again, as you sort of read the runes, you can see that it, in mechanical terms, is a, you know, force of will or charisma check to try and operate the mirror either as a window, as a way of communication, and a slightly more pronounced version of the same thing in order to make it a transportation vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Do we know where it goes to?
No, you should probably look through it.
I'm
will
going to
look through
try
it.
to.
Oh, no, you do it. You do that. You do that.
I have the charisma. I will try to look through it.
But
While
it is
they're
a
doing
force
that,
of will it needs.
while they're doing that, I pick up a couple of random rocks and other pieces of detritus from the stones around here.
All right.
We don't know anyone named Will, so it's going to have to be a force of Ezekiel. It's a charisma check, right?
Ooh. Charisma check.
And I say, friend,
10.
I believe in you. And
12.
12. You go up and you attempt to look through, and at first there is nothing, and then finally over time there is just this little tiny pinpoint area that opens up, and you are able to look through this mirror. And what you see as you look through, you are looking down off of what appears to be a platform of some type, not very high, and you can see into what appears to be a torchlit interior that is reflecting the light, and everything you are seeing looks deep, deep black. Looking straight ahead, you can see the top of a set of stairs that leads down to a main floor, just probably 5 or so feet, and then you see a row of pillars, and at the end of, you know, what is probably the center of the room, you look like you're off center at this point, you see a pair of, you know, an archway that is open to the outside, and you can actually see snow and wind blowing past it. And as you sort of crane your head and look off to your right, you can see what appears to be a staircase curving upwards.
No figures, nothing of note other than like the layout.
No figures at this point. After, you know, about 30 seconds or so, it just fades out and closes. You think you had enough to get a glimpse through, but not enough to get a proper look.
All right, I will take my mask off and give it my best smile and try again.
Ooh, he blows his hair out.
And it's like waving in the wind.
Oh my god.
Going all Fabio on us.
Anybody
I'll
gonna
get the
give
goose.
him any help?
Make him look even more shiny and sparkly with prestidigitation.
He's not a vampire.
I hand him a pair of
20.
hardcore 3D glasses.
20.
Yes, with that, I mean, you can see the runes on the edge of the mirror light up, and the whole thing just opens up, and you get a clear view into this other room. And as you do so, you can now see off to your left, there is an ornamental chair, almost a throne, and you see a flash of white hair as this head turns around and sort of leans backwards and looks over its shoulder at you. And you just hear a voice say, "Oh, well, now ain't that something? who you be?
Is this thing we're pretty sure this thing's a teleporter, right?
Yes. Stephanie knows that it's a teleporter. It can be used for both communication and transportation. It takes a little more of a oomph to actually make it sort of a transportation device. And this gentleman will come and just stand in front of this full mirror and eye the rest of you over and just say, "Oh, looks like our dragon friend's been taken care of."
Why don't you come through the mirror, my friend? We can parlay.
Oh, no, thank you. I think you should come enjoy our hospitality. I think the Mistress Hedron would love to know that, that ragtag bunch of pirate killers has finally made their way here.
We had a lot to deal with. She was
I'm
low on our list of priorities.
Oh, and we appreciate that. I was able to spread the word far across the 10 towns while you were off chasing your other little buggity-boos.
Do we recognize this person?
You do not. You have heard the name Davrick Fane, but you guys never actually met him or interacted with him. You had the opportunity a couple of times and always turned left instead of right.
Yeah, we had we sort of I've got like, man with long white hair with strange rod in my notes.
Yeah, you heard some of his other priests or priestesses of Oral talk about him, and this description, as you see him now, he appears to be the same man that was described to you as freezing and destroying the entire pirate camp when you guys went to their hideout on the lake.
And if I take a small handful of snow and I just kind of lightly toss it at the mirror, does it go right through?
It does not at this point. And he just chuckles and says, "Oh, you got enough to see through it, but if you want to step through, it takes a little more effort." And he will push his hand on the glass and you see it start to sort of part and come right through. And as he does so, there is this white sort of spark and flash, and just this puff of sparks flies, and he sort of chuckles as he sees you guys sort of duck and flinch, and he just says, "This is
I
how
don't
you do
flinch.
Yeah, can I grab his hand as it's coming out?
Yeah, we're just gonna pull.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Like the second
Come
those
on
fingers come through, like 3 of us are grabbing for him.
Yeah,
Ezekiel is
definitely.
standing
the
still.
3 in the front. So Radigan ducked away. So I've got Augustus and Ezekiel. You can both give me.
I'm not.
checks.
I'm staring him down.
All right. Yeah, Augustus, you reach for his wrist and he just twists and sort of pulls away.
Ah, boo.
And he just goes, If you can figure out how this works, you come on by. We'll put on a nice hospitable spread for you.
Well, we wouldn't want to disappoint you after all. We are, after all, excellent house guests.
Did he come back now? You hear?
Yes, he did. Oh my
He
god.
also did the he didn't say the magic word.
I know.
And with that, he waves his hand and you see the mirror close before you.
Right. So,
Scheiße.
So give me, it's another charisma check in order to make this, able to be transported through. You know the means to do it. Whenever you're ready, you can give me another check, Ezekiel.
Okay.
All right. Oh my god. You guys are awful with this guidance.
Listen, somebody else wants to assist, then that's fine.
Wait. I think I have been getting that bonus.
Otherwise, I'll assist.
Yeah, I have been getting the bonus.
Can I use my prestidigitation just to make him look fabulous?
Well, it's not necessarily about looks. It is literally about his force of will.
I have a +1 to my charisma.
That's a fat nat 1.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, the mirror, just a tiny little crack almost appears in the corner of it. And give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
16.
16, you take 2 electrical damage as this sort of spark fires off, and you see one of the runes, decay a little bit.
Not my finest work, I will admit that.
I mean, why did you make that face?
I thought it would be funny.
All right, hold on. I like to spend about. Let's take this a bit slower. Let's spend about 10 minutes doing this, and just sort of going over this with any number of hilarious mad scientist gadgets that mostly involve magnifying glass.
Your science is nothing in the face of Moladin. I want to give it a try too.
You pick up the same things that Cassandra told you about. This obviously it's a property of divination and conjuration, and you think it works on literally the force of will to make it operate. I mean, whatever this essence is that works from it, there is almost its own intelligence behind it. It's not a sentient piece, but it's close to it.
Okay, so while he's doing that, once we figured that out, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. Is guidance concentration? Damn it.
Yes.
So it can't be guidance then blessed. Oh wait.
Class doesn't affect checks.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Yeah. Boo.
Let me
Okay.
try again. I think I can do this.
Can you stack guidances?
No.
No, you can't stack any magical effects with the same source.
Hey, does anyone have enhanced ability?
Yes. Well, let's see if I have a prep.
Just give me a moment. Step back, you guys. Don't get shocked like I did. I will force my way through this.
All right. Well,
If I roll enough d20s, eventually I'll roll high enough.
Moladin is with you.
Oof.
You gotta
How
beat
long
a
do I have to wait?
19.
Yeah, but I have a +5.
You have a +5. You have to beat a 15 is all you got to do. So I'm going to say eventually you guys see Ezekiel sort of concentrating, and I'm going to say it takes a couple of minutes and 3 or 4 tries, and finally there's this shimmer that comes across the mirror that is slightly different. You can see through it, but it's not the same as when it was before. And you get the sense, Ezekiel, you could now step through it into this other room.
After you, Duma?
Also, heal up, Duma.
Duma's like, no, you're good. I'm good.
Yeah, we took a
Radigan-
long rest.
Radigan draws his gun, which Cithrin wasn't here last week. Looks like a wand, but it's got all sorts of weird mechanical things on the back of it that probably came from his crossbow, which is my explanation for the way they sort of nerfed and did other things to the Artificer class. And Radigan steps through.
Oh, I thought you to a blunderbuss.
All right. Yeah, Radigan, you step through. You find yourself in this black ice environment, and it is a rounded, tower, as you can see, and you find yourself, on top of a small platform, and it has a large stuffed chair just off to your left as you step through, and there is a curved staircase leading up to what is presumably the second level just on your right. You see there are a row of dual pillars in the center of the room, and another curved stair going up to the left-hand side from this raised sort of platform that you are on as well. And as you step through, you are immediately fired upon by an arrow and a bolt. So I'm going to change the maps. But before that happens, what order is everybody else going to come through?
I'm right up front, so I'll follow him with my shield and hammer out.
Wait, why isn't Duma
And
up
I'm right-
front?
Because he declined.
What do you mean he
Don't
declined?
get to the door before Radigan gets killed.
Meaning I'm very squishy right now. That's why.
No, we're
No,
at
you-
full
We've
health.
had
had
a
a
long
long
rest.
rest.
We had a full your full resources.
Okay, then I'm good.
No, guys, he means emotionally squishy. Duma,
Yeah, I'm very
do you
Duma,
need
emotional.
a
I'm
Duma.
very
hug?
emotional.
You need a kiss, Duma.
Just a peck
Alright.
on the cheek.
Reset your character before I drag your token on. Okay, so Radigan has stepped through. Augustus is second. Who's going third?
Me.
Duma, Cithrin, one of you.
I'll go.
I was gonna say one
I'll
of
go
the-
next.
I said me.
Yeah,
Oh.
curious. Because I was going to say one of the ranged characters should go next too.
The
Okay.
first person through the mirror was a ranged character.
I thought Duma went through after him. Anyways, whatever. Yes, go Curious, and then I'll go after Curious.
I should be
Okay,
last.
That's Cithrin. So okay, so after that we have Ezekiel and then Cassandra. All right. So this is where you find yourself, Radigan, as you have stepped through. Everyone else who is currently behind the mirror is going to come out. And have you fixed your health?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
my character
Let
is
me
up
pull
to
your
date.
token on then. Duma Bolt Strike. All right. With that, let's have everybody roll initiative.
Ah, crap.
Fuck.
Oh shit! Really?
I like 18. 18's good.
What did you go oh shit for? Nibble, you got a 20.
It makes he means he
No.
has to make decisions.
Sorry. Hold on. Since I have. Oh, for fuck's sake! Really?
There's plenty
Okay,
of people to kill here.
No. The reason I'm saying oh shit is because I'm getting good rolls on the initiative, but when it comes to attacking, it's all shit rolls. So that's what I'm going oh shit. And basically, I had like advantage on initiative roll, so that's why I had to. And I got kicked in the nuts for this.
All right. So as you step through, there is a heavy crossbow bolt that comes firing towards you,
Mm-hmm.
Radigan. That is going to be a 4, so it does not connect with you. And then there is an...
Oh wait, no. When you're hit by attack. Okay.
yeah,
wait
when
till-
you're hit. So yeah. The first one whistles sort of past you, and
I shake my head.
then you hear the voice of Daverick Fane, and you see floating above you is this huge spectral sword, and it is going to come swinging down upon you. That is a critical hit for 12 force damage.
Ow. Okay.
And then I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw as this pillar of white light comes burning down on top of you as well. That is a save. You
Dodge.
take no damage. And then from behind one of the pillars, you see sort of an elven woman pop out, and she fires an arrow at you that again just whistles past and bounces off of the mirror. That takes us to you, Radigan.
Do I need to give you people archery lessons? I'm going to step behind the throne here
Okay, that gives you half cover.
just to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. And then I'm going to shoot Davrik in the face 3 times with Scorching. God damn it!
The first one hits. The other 2 do not. But roll, yeah, so 9 fire damage. So yeah, you do hit him with one of these scorching
14.
rays.
Yeah, 14. The second
14
one back.
damage.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah, he looks a little sort of hurt and surprised, and then just kind of chuckles and just says, "Oh, that's a pretty fine instrument you got there."
About to find out how fine it is, son.
All right. Top of the order, it is going to be Augustus. You step through the mirror.
Not Duma? Or are we going? Oh, we're going in the order that we were lined up.
Yeah, you guys come through the order you were lined up.
Okay. All right. So I can't hear any of that coming through the mirror, could I?
No.
Okay. So
I will say you guys saw one of the arrow that bounced off the mirror. You saw that happen, but you couldn't hear anything.
So 5 feet to go through the mirror?
Yes. Yeah, it's just stepping through.
All right, so I'll take a
And
step
so-
through, take a quick gander, and I am standing next to a spiritual weapon.
Yes, you come out, you see there is a large floating, basically sword of ice that is floating above you.
Well, that must belong to this blue fellow over here, so we'll head over there. And with a Moradin's light, I smite to you. And I'm just going to use the normal,
That hits for 8 bludgeoning damage. So yeah, your hammer comes down and he just says, "I have seen the light. Moradin is not going to save the world."
And just for shits and giggles, we're gonna cast spiritual weapon because that's a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Next to the arrow. Oh, how far is it? I'm just opening it. 60 feet. Arrow person's within 60 feet, so
Yes.
spiritual weapon on her.
All right. Your giant hammer appears there.
Oh no, I wanted to change it to look like, remember the
God damn it, I just made you a forge hammer. Okay.
for now it's fine. It's good.
Keep the forge hammer.
I wanted to have little legs like the axes in the Itchy and Scratchy special.
17 does hit for 9 force damage, and they then whistle and point towards you, and you start to hear growls, and you see 2 very large furred cats leap up onto the platform next to you, Augustus.
Augustus suddenly remembers back to his grade school days. Lions can leap 40 feet.
And the first one is going to charge and make a claw attack at you.
I use my channel divinity today on my armor, so
That is a critical hit. That is 11 slashing damage. And give me a...
I can't change it again.
Give me a strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
By Moladin.
You are fine. You are able to stay up. The other creature, the other large white cat, swings its claw at you. That is a 9, so it scrapes off your armor, doing no damage. All
And
right,
I believe I'm
gonna say
done. Yeah.
All right. At that point, Duma, you have stepped through the mirror. I will allow you to take your turn.
Am I able to see these people hiding behind the pillars? From where-
You step through. I would say you can see this guy because he's not really hiding. This one behind this pillar, you can see there's a huge spiritual weapon hammer that is floating there. And yeah, you see a person that does have half cover. And then you see a couple of large white cats that are surrounding Augustus.
And how far is the drop over here?
It looks to be about 6 feet.
Okay, that's not too much.
And then these stairs go upwards.
Upwards. Okay, so I can ignore those. All right, so let's just see if I can keep those kitty cats away from Davrick and Gus. I move there, right between these two.
All right.
And first, I'm gonna focus on the one on the left. Silver longsword coming in.
Does not hit.
All right, so I might as well rage before I swing the and rage and reckless. So it's going to be advantage.
23 hits. All right, yeah, 7 slashing damage. There's, a slice across the sort of white fur, and the cat bucks back and then sort of howls at you.
And yeah, bonus action, push it back.
Goes nowhere.
Dang it.
Takes your blow, but its claws dig in and it scrapes but does not move.
All right, that's it for me.
All right. This person is going to move up there, and they are going to fire their crossbow at you, Duma, as you have just come through. That is going to be a 7, which misses.
It has advantage against me.
I know.
Oof.
Ouch.
Yes. It rolled a 5 and a 7. And with that, Curious, you step through the mirror. So stepping through, you can see this white-haired man is surrounded by Duma, Gus, and these 2 white cats. You see there is a large gentleman holding a crossbow down there, and you see another figure sort of ducked behind the pillar back that way.
I will mirror. I will mark the one that's on top of Gus as my Slayer's Prey, and I will lay into it with my hand axe.
That is a hit.
14 hit.
14 does hit.
Awesome. So that is 21 damage.
21 damage. Yeah, you slice into this cat, and it already looks very wounded, and it howls in sort of anger and pain. It is quite badly damaged at this point. And with that, Thane is going to disengage. He will move partway up the stairs. He will bring his spiritual weapon over there next to you, Radigan. And he will swing it down. That is a 23 to hit.
Okay.
5 force damage.
All right.
And then you hear him chuckle, and he starts to chant, and his voice takes on this weird sort of vibrating tone. And with that, Cytherin, you can step through the mirror. As soon as you do so, an arrow is loosed in your direction.
Bloody hell.
That is a 22 to hit for 3 piercing.
Okay.
And then another arrow just zips and whistles right on past you.
All right, so those guys down there are the ones slinging the arrows. How are these cats looking?
This one on the right looks
Yeah.
very badly hurt. The other one
Okay.
is moderately hurt.
I'm really thinking those guys are the bigger threat right now, so I'm gonna go help out. So I'm gonna run over here. Showing. Ah,
Does not hit.
balls. Do I want a second win that? No,
you have
I
2
want.
attacks. We're 5th level.
I'm still thinking of 4th level. What the hell? What the hell?
Fifth, y'all.
You remember, I can do this again, but unfortunately, yeah, you swing wide as this cat and Duma are sort of pushing back and forth against each other.
Oh
You're not
my
able to
God.
connect.
All right. That's all I do because my breath weapon isn't going to do anything. I don't want to action search just yet.
All right, that is going to allow for you can hear Fane continue to sort of talk, and you feel just this minor tremble throughout the whole room. Just that is going to take us to the top of the round, and that'll be Duma.
All right, Duma is gonna say keep.
Oh, sorry, Radigan.
Oh,
Are we still doing this in entry order?
It's sort of in turn order. Once everybody's in, we're going to go straight through turn order, but I've been allowing people to come in. But yeah, after Fane and the Scout, it is you. So
Okay. Well, Radigan's feeling kind of a bit injured here, but you know, mostly his pride, also his hit points. He's gonna reach inside his amazing tool satchel of wonder and pull out just the tiniest, cutest little miniature sentry that you've ever seen in your life, and he's just gonna sit it up on his shoulder, and it's gonna sit there and look around, and he's gonna be like, "Now that's a cute little sentry," and he's gonna flamethrower the fuck out of the sword.
it's a spiritual weapon. So the fire blasts up, takes no damage.
Darn. At which point then Radigan's going to reposition.
That's called
All
panic.
right.
How far up am I, by the way?
About 6 feet.
Down I go.
All right, you hop down 6 feet, and yeah, you can see there is, as those stairs raise upwards, there is an area under the stairs that looks like it's been turned into a small cat's bed or nest underneath there.
All right, can I go straight through, or do I have to go around?
Nope, you can go straight through. There's a point where they are high enough, so you'd be able to duck underneath and run straight through.
Okay. Yep. The sentry is perched on my shoulder, and it's tiny size. So if we need to put it on the map, we can, but assume it's in my space for now.
Yeah, I'll just assume it's on you. So, sounds good. After that, Ezekiel, you can step through.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say Ezekiel and Cassandra both step through, and we're just going to go in turn order. So top of the round, that is going to take us to Duma. And then everybody's going to be in. So Duma, you are currently engaged with one of these white cats.
all right. I'm I'm gonna continue waylaying the one that I was hitting before, not hitting on. I take that. Still
Sure.
rage.
It's
Still
happened
raging.
before.
Ooh,
It wasn't
25.
human.
That is a hit.
And oh yeah.
Another 11 damage. Yeah, it is starting to look fairly hurt. Take your second attack. 24 hits. Another 12 damage. It is staggered and barely on its feet, but it is still up.
And a bonus action, push it back if I can.
All right. Strength check. 16. That is enough. So
Oh,
you
yep.
do not push it away from you.
Nope. And that's it for me.
All right. Augustus.
So the one that Duma just hits the one on top of me and it looks really hurt.
Nope. The one that Duma hit is the one beside you. The one that Curious hit is the one is also really badly hurt as well.
All right, so
That's the one on top of you.
we will hit it with the hammer. That's pretty good.
That is a very good. That is 5 bludgeoning.
And then the spiritual weapon will go after.
All right. Roll your attack. That hits for another 8 force damage.
And done.
Okay. It is now the cat's turn. They are going to attempt first to continue clawing Augustus. A 16 does not hit. Second one is going to go after you. That is a 17, which does not hit. So you guys are able to parry off these cats in their claws, taking no damage. Curious.
It's hoof versus paws.
All right. Well, we're going to double check to make sure I have the right thing on. Hit the one I marked before. Does 9 kill it?
No, take your second attack.
Oh, sorry, I don't get that extra 5.
That's all right. 6 is more than enough to take this one down. So yeah, so one of them falls down to the ground dead.
And then, sorry, bonus action,
can
mark
move
the
your
other
move.
cat,
Okay.
and that is my turn.
All right. The great Ezekiel, you have stepped through the mirror. So you can see these cats are being injured. You see the white-haired man up on the staircase, sort of across the room. And you see a couple of people that are sort of ducking in and around these pillars that have been firing weapons at people.
All right. And I know the Davrik is chanting, and it's like making the room shake, right?
As you step through, you can feel just sort of the smallest tremor as he is speaking. Yes.
All right. I don't like that, so I'm going to hit him. I'm going to move here, get closer to him. And I'm going to Dissonant Whispers him at 3rd level.
Ooh, all right.
Try and break
saving throw.
whatever he's concentrating on.
That is a 19.
It still takes 16 damage, or not 16 damage. 9 damage. I like
9
math
damage.
good.
All right.
Does he need to? Does he need to make any kind of saving throw?
He does not.
Darn.
He is not concentrating on something.
All right, that'll be it for me.
All right. This thug is going to break away. He's going to charge over behind Curious, and he is going to pull out his mace and attack Curious twice. That is a 14, which does not hit. And that is a 6, which does not hit. So you feel 2 ineffectual sort of thumps against the back of your armor, Curious. And you hear just a, uh-oh. And that takes us to Cassandra.
She spilled.
I spilled some things, but I am back and focused. Okay, I step out of the mirror. I see all of this chaos. I have Heidi beside me, and...
Do you tidy?
Yeah, you never resummoned her.
Oh shit, she's dead! I would have resummoned
She
her
is
the night
dead.
before. I would have resummoned her the night before. We had a long rest.
I would agree to that.
Heidi! Alright, so how bad is that cat looking right next to Slytherin?
Very bad. It's very
Firebolt.
hurt.
It's gonna be cat
All right.
versus cat!
Roll your attack.
Nine damage. I presume it hits?
All right. It may well.
The cats.
But the spell actually bounces off, turning around back in your direction. And does a 23 hit yourself?
Shield!
Does that get you over 23? Jesus.
Wait.
No, your
Shield
AC
only
is
has plus
50,
5.
that-
Right.
Plus 5. So yeah, so you hit yourself for 9 fire damage.
Crag cats, Cassandra. Crag cats.
Oh shit. I wouldn't have known that anyway. Alright, so wait, that sword? Why is that sword behind the throne?
It's a spiritual weapon.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I think I am going to worry about it. Did I use my full movement coming in?
No, you just stepped 5 feet.
Is there any place nearby for me to hunker down and just hide?
You can hop off of the platform that you're on over to there. But I mean, these stairs do go up, so you can see there might be room underneath the stairs that would give you some cover, but you know, it's still kind of open to the rest of the room, but there's nobody over there right now.
Alright, that's what I am going to do.
Okay. Slytherin.
I'm just gonna take a swing at this cat and try and finish it off.
That hits.
14? Yes.
You definitely finish it off.
Good.
Your axe slices through the back of its neck, and you just hear the crack as its neck sort of breaks.
Come down here, and my second attack is going to be against this guy. Does 11 hit?
It just hits.
Yes.
Ooh, 10 slashing damage. That is serious damage. Yeah, your axe cleaves in through his leather armor, and he grunts in pain.
All right, that's it.
All right. Fane, you can see all of a sudden starting to spin and swirl around him are all these little tiny, what look like locusts. And he will lift up his mace and come racing down and charge at you, Ezekiel, as you just slung a spell at him. And that is a natural 1. So he swings this mace, but does not make contact. And then floating above you is his spiritual weapon, which is going to move over and take a swing at you. That is only going to be that's a 15, so that just hits.
I will allow that to hit me.
All right, you take 4 force damage.
You were so kind.
This woman is going to run. And she is going to then fire at you, Slytherin.
Okay.
22 for 6 piercing.
Ugh.
And a 10, which misses.
Okay.
Radigan, Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, good. I'm awesome. Or am I?
You are. You take 5 necrotic damage from all of these little locusts and beings that are swirling around you.
Is that in the whole of the tower that we're in, or is that just in my area?
That is the green circle that is currently around you guys.
I do not.
We can't see that.
Oh, let me let you guys see it.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, we'll just guess.
I'm now out of it. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, that's not great. So Radigan does not like this. He's going to go up on his tippy toes, plant the turret right in this space here, and then he's going to hightail it to get out of there. And the turret, as it's a flamethrower, he's reasonably positive that he can sort of get Davrik without hitting Ezekiel, and hopefully he likes 10 fire damage. And for my action, I'm going to drink a potion.
All right. Let me see if I can find your turret. It is a cone, so to hit him, you're going to have to hit Ezekiel and Duma.
I was planning on doing that and that, like aiming at that.
Oh,
way.
facing that way. Yeah, okay. That will just catch him for sure. So dexterity save. Makes his save, so he takes 5
I'm happy with that.
damage.
Let's see here. How
Any saving throw?
yeah, it's a dex save.
No, like any concentration save that I could potentially cutting words. Or wait, which ones did I cut in cutting words?
Hold on. 10.
Yeah, Spirit Guardian, so he will make a concentration check.
Yeah, I can't. Damn it.
All right. Makes his save. With that, the floor cracks and breaks, and with the sort of trembling, you see this smile appear on Fane's face as he looks at all of you and just says, "Now you get to see what we managed to hatch out of that egg we stole from them pirates."
Wait, what?
Dibs, I bet 10 gold coins on a Kraken. It was so
Instead,
close.
bursting
Oh,
through
God
the
damn it.
floor, you see a small 6-legged creature that seems to be giving off heat as it just pops out of the floor, and turning and looking at the first person it sees is
Oh,
Cassandra.
hells.
It is going to move over to Cassandra, and it will reach over and attempt to bite down upon you.
Do I have line of sight?
Well, here I go dying, folks. Love you all.
Yes, you would definitely be able to see this, Ezekiel.
That's real tragic, you join the Wizard Brotherhood thing and then die like 10 minutes later.
A day later.
8 hours.
Its jaws open wide and it comes roaring down upon you, and its jaws snap shut about a foot above your head as it rolled a 9 to hit.
Ah!
Top of the round, that takes us to Duma.
All right, Duma hears Cassandra's scream and looks at this really fugly looking thing. Is he
Oh,
on
first
the
of all, sorry. Yeah, he sort of crashed right over top of it. First of all, give me a wisdom saving throw, please, Duma.
Ah, jeez. Oh, let's just take a 6 on that one.
You take 17 necrotic damage from all of these locusts that are swirling around you.
Christ.
Don't you mean Moradin?
No,
No,
that was
Augustus-
Ian being shocked, not Augustus.
Yeah, that was a really good roll. So all right, take your turn.
All right, so I head over to this thing. And how big is this thing?
It's large. It's about 9.5 feet tall, and you can feel it is radiating heat as you get close to it.
Okay, I'm not using this action. I just need a little bit of help interpreting what this means. If I try and push it, would hammering horns qualify? Because it's like does it fall within like the target must be no more than one size larger than me? I mean,
Yeah,
what
it's
does that
one
mean?
size larger than you, so it's large. So it's size large. So you couldn't do something that is giant, but you can definitely do something large. So yeah, so if you hit it with a melee attack, you can use your hammering horns.
Okay, that is absolutely fantastic. That is what I wanted to hear, and here it comes. Again, reckless attack and rage. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, I will take the second.
That hits for 7 damage. You also take 7 fire damage as you come in and strike through just from the heat. And as you cut into it, I mean, it almost sort of steams and smokes. Take your second attack.
Ow. All right. I hope this is not a pattern.
19 hits. 11 damage, and you take another 6 fire damage.
You raged, right?
I am raged, but doesn't fire isn't
yeah.
affected by, so it's
Nope.
only physical attacks.
All right, and so then
as
you
a
hit it with
bonus
its
action-
hammering
That attack,
horns.
Cassandra has disadvantage.
Yep.
Yep.
That is an 11. So yeah, you run across and you are able to smash it 10 feet off to the side that way.
I want to push it south, away from Cassandra, south in the south. Exactly there.
All right. So yeah, you shove it back 10 feet that way.
And that's it for me.
Good turn. Augustus.
Nice.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, wisdom. In my day, it was called a will save, and we liked it. In my day, we actually passed it too.
You take 15 necrotic damage.
15. Ouch. Again, I still can't change my.
Change it on your
thingy.
sheet.
I am. Yeah, I'm quite hurt. But how hurt is this guy looking?
He is fairly badly hurt. He is still on his feet, but he is definitely injured.
All right.
One good blow would take him down.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide up here. I'm gonna hit him with the hammer. Hoping that hits. If not,
Oh, a 24 definitely hits for 5 bludgeoning damage. That is enough. Your silver hammer swings through and caves in half of his skull, sending him flying. He is no more. So his spiritual weapon fades out, and the necrotic creatures flying around him also fade away.
all right, and with that, I still have 35 feet of movement. So I will come over about here. Oh, and I still have my spiritual, which will move up here. Oh, I'm on measure still. I can't control my spiritual weapon.
Oh, where do you want to move it to?
This guy.
You can only
It can move 20 feet. That's 20 feet right
15.
there.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can move it diagonally. Roll your attack.
I'm getting good rolls tonight.
Wow, that is seriously good. Yeah, that comes down and clobbers him across the skull. He sort of recoils and yeah, he is looking fairly badly injured. That takes us to Curious.
All right. Okay. Blue Boy is the biggest threat right now, so we're going to bonus action foe him. So he has hunters marked. Run all the way across. And then we're going to smack him twice.
Smashy,
We're going to smack him
smashy.
once.
Second one does connect for 14 damage. You take 3 fire damage as you strike into him.
I'm going to elements to make that 1 fire damage,
All right, you take 1 fire damage.
which means potentially, assuming he's not immune to fire, I don't remember, he'll take fire damage next time I hit.
Yeah, and the 1 fire damage is on the tip of your tongue, so it just you're not going to be able to taste for like a day.
Oh no, I know this thing has boiling blood, and I warn everyone to try and stay back.
The Great Ezekiel.
Who's going next? It fights in melee. Sithrin, clobber the damn thing, and I will cast Enlarge on Sithrin.
Okay.
And that will be and then I'll go here. So I've got a good view of everybody.
Of
Are you going to
course.
sit in the throne?
No.
Liar. Ezekiel totally would.
Ezekiel would purchase a throne to sit in
Not
his
in
own
Comic-Con,
home. He would not sit in an actual throne.
All right. Yeah, this thug, seeing Sithrin grow to a size larger beside him, is going to turn and look, and then he is going to disengage, and he is going to make a run for it. Takes us to Cassandra.
Okay, because it's 10 feet away, I can now just do magic missile level 1.
Automatically hits. Very nice rolls. So 3 of these darts and takes 13 damage. Any movement? Any bonus actions?
That is, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 over here, and then I'm gonna go Sithrin. Yeah, that's within Heidi Cat's range. I'm gonna tell Heidi Cat to assist.
On the Remoraz?
No, Heidi Cat to assist Sithrin.
Yes, but on whom?
You need to pick the target.
Oh, I need
Like
to pick
the
a
target enemy, not the actual target ally.
Oh.
Yeah, the only target the Trust Room could reach is the Remoraz.
Curious,
Which
then,
is fine. That's
or
presumably
Curious.
yeah.
Yes, the Remoraz. The Remoraz.
Yeah, then it'd be whoever hits next would get the advantage.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
okay, okay.
Sithrin.
All right, so thwomp I go. The little guy runs away, and I just stomp, stomp, stomp over. Can I even get through that pillar? We'll say I can. I can reach around. And
Phrasing.
yes. So that was a friend. I just opened the wrong window.
Are you
Am I what?
swinging with advantage? Yes, because that is a
Yes.
20.
That's max
wow,
damage.
19 slashing damage.
Woo!
You take 7 damage yourself.
Don't care. And
Alright.
critical. Oh
Do you
wait, it's
still
only
have
on the
advantage?
first. Yeah,
Only
my
on the
bad.
first
That'd be a
one, yeah.
13. So is
Uh,
13 hit?
Does not hit. It
Balls.
scrapes across its hide.
All right. I had the critical. Oh. All right, that's it for me.
All right. It is starting to look very wounded, and it is sort of dripping this hot blood. This person, she's still in the fight. She is going to pop around and fire a couple of arrows at you, Ezekiel, just standing in front of the throne. That is an 18 to hit.
I'll cutting words that.
All right.
That's the problem with being fabulous.
That's my centaur chair.
-5.
Makes it a 13. Misses. Second is a 13. Misses as well. So, yeah, you are able to dissuade the attack, and both the arrows just sort of whistle past you. That takes us to Radigan.
All right. I can't seem to control my turret, but that's less important to me right now. I'm gonna.
Where do you want it to go?
15 feet, so just down there. Actually, 5, 10, 15. 15 feet. I wanted to hop back on my shoulder.
All right. It's back on your shoulder.
Awesome. So Radigan's going to hop around to there, say, pardon me, Miss Cassandra. And as he rounds the corner, he will have his crossbow in his hand, and he will fire a crossbow bolt at the Remoraz.
Does not hit. Just bounces off its hide.
And then he'll lean back around.
All right. It is now the Remoraz's turn. It is going to go after the literally largest threat, which is now Cithrin. So it is going to turn and attempt to bite her. That is going to be a 19 to hit. You take 25 piercing damage and 4 fire damage.
I'm down. I had 28 left.
Man, maybe I should have saved that cutting words.
Does the enlargement give any
No.
bonus?
No.
Bonus damage.
No.
And then the Remoraz burrows down into the ground. You do get an attack of opportunity, Curious.
Back off. Is it immune to fire?
Yes.
Okay, then it doesn't take any fire damage.
All right.
Still, that definitely hits, I'm pretty sure, for 15.
Yeah, you get a good lick in as it is running away, and I've run out of rolls, so you take 5 fire damage as you swing down upon it. All right, top of the round. That takes us to Duma.
How badly do the two of them look? The ones at the bottom.
They're both pretty badly injured, but still alive.
All right, so I'm gonna try and find a good vantage point so I can get both of them. All right, raging and reckless attacking. I'm gonna take my first javelin and aim at the one on the right. first.
My right or your right?
Same thing. The
All
guy,
right, so
the guy,
the guy. Yeah, that
the guy.
definitely hits. Ooh, he has 1 hit point left as your javelin, skewers him as he is dashing and he is stumbling and barely on his feet.
All right, so let's put him out of his misery. Let's see if I can pin the tail on the donkey on the pillar behind him. Oh, wait, there's nothing behind him. Oh, there is a pillar behind him. Okay.
Oh yeah, you throw your javelin and it curves and catches him and just pins his body as he stumbles and staggers and smashes into that pillar.
Did you just throw your sword?
No, javelin.
Oh no, you
Oh,
rolled your
shit.
silver
Silver
longsword.
longsword.
Mother.
Same bonus.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 24 hits anyway, so.
I
And
mean,
he
that
only
would be
had
the
one.
funny-
He only had 1 hit point, but yeah, doom it without thinking. Just. All right. Any more movement?
I am going to take. That was like 5. Sorry, just give me 1 quick second. I was over here. That's 10. 30. Okay, I'm going to make my way towards the one that's remaining at the bottom. That's it for me.
All right. Augustus.
One quick question I can check if nobody knows. Is moving my spiritual weapon a bonus action?
Yes.
Part of you can move it up to 20 feet and attack with it.
Part of my bonus action?
Oh,
Or
it takes your bonus action to move it up to 20 feet and
Okay.
attack with it in 1 round.
So it will stay where it is, and gonna cast that on its 6 people? Yeah, 6. So Duma, Cithrin, Cassandra, Radigan,
Gus.
and Gus. Can I do it on myself?
Of course.
You can not doing it too.
Hit everyone
Unbasically.
except me.
Yeah, basically everyone but Ezekiel.
Okay.
Hooray! So Cithrin is back up then, yes?
Yes.
How much health?
And still
Yep, how much
giant.
do I get?
5.
Hit points.
Is she still
All
giant?
right.
That's awesome.
I
And
have still concentration.
Yep.
That was
everybody prepare for that thing to jump out of the ground.
All right. Are you gonna?
Oh, I can move,
Hold.
so now I'll just
Yeah, you
go
can
help.
move. You can hold a
Dude.
cantrip.
I can hold a cantrip, but we
Oh.
can also finish this one. So I'll gallop up. I don't have. Oh, I left my coconuts upstairs. I gave them to my friend's kid to play with.
Paloma had fun.
She did. She liked the coconuts. There we
Because
go.
she's a toddler and they
Clip-clop,
make noise.
Clip clop, clip clop.
You haven't got
Yep.
you haven't got the feeling of it. You've got the sound right, but not the feel.
Your hammer swings around this pillar, just catching her as she was trying to sort of duck behind it. You see her eyes are crossed and glazed, but she is still on her feet with 1 hit point. The great Ezekiel.
The great Ezekiel
skip
sees
me.
the one in the mirror.
Yeah, curious.
Run down here and is going to hit her with a not a cutting word. It's a vicious.
You don't get a
Vicious
turn,
mockery.
Lauren. I think can they hear us? Can you guys hear us?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
As
Every
we
once in
skipped
a-
over Lauren.
Yeah, I can't hear Lorne very often. Or maybe he's just not talking.
He's not talking very often, and he also just walked away, which probably wasn't the smartest thing when we're trying to petition that he skipped his turn.
Yeah, sorry, I definitely did miss his turn.
But he is actually not here anymore, so just keep going with Ezekiel's turn, I guess.
I
All right,
insult
that
him.
is That is a failure, and your insult, with her 1 hit point, your 7 damage, you see her nose starts to bleed, some blood sort of comes out of her ear, and she just collapses down onto the ground. Any movement, any bonus action? Well, you moved down onto the floor, didn't you?
Yeah, I was gonna move, and then I moved back because of So I will go here, and that'll be it.
Okay. Cassandra.
Hop up on the platform, miss.
I'm hopping up on this platform.
Leave the music to me.
Why you have not done music in forever?
What music?
All right.
Every
please?
time we take a short rest, I play music for you guys.
Do I see any hostiles?
You do not. I mean, the floor is still trembling as this Remoraz is burrowing underground.
Okay, I will hold my action. Do I need to tell you what my hold action is?
Yes.
All right. My hold action is a Mind Spike at level 2 on the Remoraz. And I will also use one of my portents on this Remoraz to make it fail at a 4. Or at a 7. I'll use a 7.
Well, that'll happen on its turn. So yeah, so
Okay.
when you can see it, your spell will go off.
All right. And then I will have
Right.
Heidi Cat assist whoever strikes the Remoraz first to give advantage.
Can you give a familiar if and statements?
You cannot see this creature, so Heidi Cat does not know where it is, so it will not give advantage because Heidi can't actually
No.
distract
Okay,
or disrupt
okay.
the creature at this point.
I give my
That takes us
turret
to
if and statements.
Sithra.
I am so leery about going after that thing now.
Do not make Gus jump down the hole. It would look very awkward. My little legs will just be squirting, like kicking in the air.
So that's all we gotta do is just jump down the hole now?
There is a hole in the ground where it was, but you guys can feel the ground moving, so it's clearly sort of, it's tunneled somewhere, but you do not know where.
I am not gonna follow it down there, so I'm just gonna ready an action for it to come back up. Within range.
All right. So a melee attack if it comes in within range.
Yep.
All right. Radigan.
All right, Radigan's gonna climb back up onto the platform here, run over to the stairs, and knock a crossbow arrow.
All right. Yeah. So there is a
Crossbow bolt.
a 5-foot black hole that is here where the Remoraz went down.
Yep. And I don't know where it's coming, but wherever it comes. Assuming I could see it at the time. But
All right.
you can't be perfect.
With that, the ground right there in the center shakes and rumbles as it shows itself. First up, Cassandra, your Mind Spike goes off. You use your
Yay!
portent with a 7, so roll your damage. "16 psychic damage." It had 15 hit points left, so it comes bursting out, and Cassandra immediately focuses on it, and you see its eyes that are sort of on these stalks as it comes out just start sort of bursting and popping, and it comes bursting out of the ground and then immediately flops backwards and crashes back into the ground, just missing Ezekiel as it does so.
Oh my god,
I
yay!
see. Okay, never mind.
And then Radigan shoots it with a crossbow on its way down.
Ha!
Is that it? Did we defeat
I'm
all
sure
the baddies?
Check out their
You have cleared what is clearly the first floor of this black ice tower. As you can see, the stairs that curl upwards lead to what is obviously a second floor above you.
I gotta walk over to
Oh,
Devrick.
fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Devrick Fane's body, and I'm gonna start looking for books or rods or any interesting like keys or something that
Same
I
here. Same here. If
He's-
it's a spell book,
yeah.
I'm taking it.
Yeah, he's a cleric, so there's no spell book. He does have a very intricately carved mace, and you see he has a religious symbol that is a snowflake that is carved out of this black ice.
Okay, we will
Okay.
put that in the sack.
that goes
Oh.
in the sack. The mace, well, the mace also goes in the sack. I should be nearing capacity.
Wait, is the
here.
mace? No, we made a sack. Remember, we made one out of a bedroll.
Did we?
Yeah, because you said you had too many things to put in yours.
Mine is. It can hold 500 pounds. I have to look up what an anvil.
Well, if it's my
How heavy
anvil,
can an anvil
about
be?
25 pounds.
75 to 500 pounds. It depends on what was at the tower.
Either way, we made a sack earlier. All the black metal is on Gus right now.
All right, I'd say the one at the tower is probably about 200 pounds, so I think you've still got a fair amount of space.
Awesome.
I'd say you have enough for this holy symbol anyway. The mace is nicely designed. It doesn't. You don't necessarily get the sense that there's any magic or anything in it, but it is a very old, very well styled mace. Like the head of it looks like a giant sort of snowflake, where the spikes sort of come out from that.
Cool. I give it a sniff. Does it smell cursed?
Doesn't smell cursed. It smells like old metal. It smells kind of like the cologne you wear.
That's nice.
What kind of axe is this again?
It's a mace.
Oh, it's a mace. Sorry, I thought it was an axe.
The coolest
Nope.
kind of axe.
Yeah, and there is a fairly well-made longbow and about 14 arrows left in the one huntress, and the other guy has some cut-up leather armor now, a mace, and a heavy crossbow with about 20 bolts left.
No keys or anything on the two guys in the south?
No keys. They have a small coin pouch on each of them. In total, you find 12 gold and 18 silver between them.
Sorry,
After
can
party
you,
funds.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to look at down here?
We should
before
go
we
back.
go, we're kind of hurt.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe taking a short rest here. We should go back and take a short rest on the other side of the mirror and deal with whatever ambush they set up in the meantime.
Okay, so do we think there's like a whole army upstairs or not? Or is it just the villain?
We have
Don't
no
know.
idea. We know there's at least 2 other people here.
Quite frankly, I don't even know where we are right now.
Are you sure they're not going to destroy the mirror if we go back over the other side?
My tower. And as you turn around,
Son of
Cassandra,
a
you
fucking
actually
bitch.
see Hedron's face in the mirror. She says, "You have finally made it to my tower. I am waiting for you upstairs. There is nowhere for you to go. Please."
Did you
Why
seriously
don't you
just
come
use
up
a
and say
magic
hi?
mirror to go down one flight of stairs? What are you, lazy?
Yeah,
Cassandra, do not tempt
that's
the agent
sad
of the
and
god,
sad.
please.
Everybody drink your potions. We're going upstairs.
All right,
Just give
let's
us a
do
few
this,
moments
motherfuckers.
to powder our noses. We'll be right up.
Yes, just give us a few moments. Yes.
Really do have to pee.
I'm going to cast this before we go up. Everybody take 12 healing.
Ooh.
We have 10
Thank
minutes.
you.
Dankeschön.
If we have 10 minutes for me to cast that. I figure powdering our nose takes at least 10 minutes.
This is true, and she's a woman, and she would understand that.
She's also a barbarian. Do barbarians have noses to be powdered? Or do they powder their noses?
This one doesn't.
Well, snow powder or cocaine.
All right. Do you guys need a quick bathroom break?
Yeah, it's a
Do you
good
wanna
time
keep
to
it
do
Yeah,
one.
it's a good time.
Yeah,
All right.
We'll take 5 minutes.
Okay, be right back.
I'm happy to
As
give you
we-
guys a short rest.
Woo!
Oh, that's much better than using a prayer of healing.
Yeah, can I take the prayer of healing back?
Sure.
Man, I should have used all my bardic inspiration.
Jesus! Jesus! Jesus!
You're
One
afraid?
person at a
Yeah,
time.
go ahead. Go ahead. Take the prayer of healing back.
I got one more than my prayer of healing for 4 hit dice.
Where's
Last
our
hit dice.
bard?
I'm about to give Brady more. I'm waiting for Brady to roll.
Seriously?
You have 5 of them.
But point being, I just 2 ones. What the hell?
Okay, keep rolling, then you get to complain. Now
Oh my god!
Cithrin, stop rolling the same number over
If
and over.
you
Are
get
using
5
rolling?
ones, I will give you just a full health dice back. Oh, okay.
I got 3 out of my 5 were ones.
I think we averaged out.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, you all get an additional 4.
That's how you roll. Look at mine. That's how you roll.
We hate you. We all hate you.
Additional 4 per dice or just 4 in total?
4 total.
Fuck.
I'm full.
But,
Duma looks at the
but
rest of you and
you-
says, "You should learn meditation. Meditation heals."
Don't even.
Man, I can't wait until I have counterspell.
All right. So
Cassandra, you brought counterspell, yes?
I'll be taking the
Step one
snowflake
for,
maze.
I'll be right back. Yeah, Steph went to the washroom. I'll be back.
Okay, yep, it's a regular mace, non-magical, but just heavy, old, and very stylized.
Is mace a two-handed or single-handed weapon?
Single.
68, right?
Single.
It's
Single.
also-
Oh, okay,
it's also-
fantastic.
it's also a simple weapon.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's-
D.
I need a bludgeon weapon because I don't have anything bludgeon, and if
We will
anything
buy
skeleton-
you a maul when we get to town.
Yeah, but how many maces do you know that looks like a snowflake?
We will commission a maul for you at Black Iron Blades. It'll be fine.
All right, it's just for now. I'm not taking the mace permanently. I'm just for now, considering the situation we're in, I kind of need this. I'll return it to the nice old lady who's somewhere here. I'm sure she'll like to see it face to face. Wink, wink.
She's a very young lady.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
she's
the
literally a
old-
teenager.
Okay, then she'll get to see it face to face.
Awesome.
We're
Be right
literally
back.
going to go murder a teenage girl. We're awful people.
Nope. She started it.
Perhaps we can solve this with words.
I can transcribe. I can write words on my mace and show that to her face to face. My stand on this is not going to change.
I'm just saying, perhaps, teenage girls are easy to manipulate, yes?
Are you a Heather? I think Ezekiel's a Heather.
back.
Oh, so I just remembered, fun story, you guys, before we get started back. So I had to take my cat to the vet today. He's relatively okay. Bladder stones are working on it. He almost got hit by a car.
What? Did he get away
Oh
from
yeah,
you?
you posted.
No, I was getting off the streetcar. Like, I looked, there's no car. So, okay, I get off the streetcar. And as soon as I get off the streetcar, this other car just comes screaming past. And like I stepped out with like carrier first, basically, right? So like, I had to pull him back so he wouldn't get clipped by this fucking car.
Holy Christ.
Yeah, I was like shaking when I got into the vet, and then like the TTC driver just like laid on the freaking horn. Meh.
Well, there's a good
Oh, yeah,
chance
the
the
combination-
TTC guy's gonna report him, so that's good.
Hopefully.
I mean, the combination of a screeching car and the TDC horn going off, that's not going to be good for Merc.
No, he was not a happy camper, but yeah, the vet checked him out. He's got bladder stones. Here's the thing: when you're getting him into the car, he's vocal, but like once whatever the mode of transportation is, once it gets moving, he gets quiet until you get him back. Like because he was crying when I put him in there. He was crying when I was waiting for a streetcar.
Aw.
But as soon as I get on the streetcar, he just gives a little "Mrrr," and then that's it until we get off the streetcar, we get into the vet, he gets checked out, put him back into the carrier again. It's not until I'm walking out of the vet that he starts crying. So it's like, I guess it's like the jostling movement he's not a fan of, but like once I actually get like driving, he's fine.
Oh, then glad to hear that it wasn't too serious for Merc, other than the stones.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's because apparently there's two types of stones. One that will dissolve on its own with a diet change, and one that will need surgery. We don't know which one it is yet, so he has to go back in 6 weeks for a follow-up X-ray. So far he's okay. He wouldn't stop. He wouldn't calm down when we got home. He just kept circling around the apartment for like 2 hours, like mommy, 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 mommy. I was like, oh my god, like I haven't given you sugar. What the hell is wrong with you?
I had one cat like 20 years ago, and he I mean, in his old age, had bladder stones, and with just a diet change and a bit of a medication, he peed it all out. So, I mean, fingers crossed, it's
Yeah,
not as severe.
fingers crossed. Yeah,
I'm back.
yeah, because
Everybody back?
cool.
Up.
Yep.
All right. So you guys are in this chamber. You have taken a short rest, and there are 2 staircases that curve upwards to the second floor. Who wants to lead the way?
Duma's kind of pissed. He's gonna take the lead.
All right. Which staircase are you
The
gonna
one
take?
on the left. The one on the left.
All right. What's your order behind Duma?
Behind Duma.
So these stairs go up, not down.
That is correct. They curve upwards.
And we can only go up one at a time, not 2 abreast.
Yes.
All right, I'll go
You can
behind
go
Duma
up the
then.
stairs 2 abreast, but as you get to the top of the stairs, you see it narrows down to a small entryway. And as you get closer to the top of the stairs, I mean, are you guys going quietly, or is Duma mad and tromping up the stairs?
We got 6 hooves going, so we better be really good.
I'm assuming Scissorin puts her hand on me to calm the fuck down and come up with a plan. I'm assuming.
Oh,
If
I
we're-
thought this was the
if we're-
plan.
If we're going quietly, I'm the plan.
Oh, she
Oh.
knows we're here.
Line up.
I mean,
Yeah.
she knows we're here. That's not my accent. Where the hell did that come from?
She knows we're here.
Augustus took a blow to the head.
Apparently.
Just one. He was pretty hurt.
All right. So coming to the top of the stairs, Duma, you can see that this, entry stairwell, as it narrows down and heads up into the second floor, it is pitch black above you.
Oh yeah, no dark vision.
And I mean, everything in here is freezing cold. The doors are wide open to the elements outside. You know, this entire time, you guys have been able to sort of see your breath. And even though, you know, you're hot and sort of sweating, everything just sort of wicks away and almost freezes almost immediately. And you can feel the temperature dropping as you move up the stairs.
My flanks are steaming.
Oh, my hair is keeping me warm. I'm assuming.
We don't want to know about your flanks.
I'm
All
fine.
right, so you
Quite
see this
close up.
pitch dark room above you, Duma.
Hold on, I'm just. I mean, is it like really, really dark up here?
Total darkness.
Okay, so I'm gonna reach behind me, and I have a couple of torches. So I pull one out, light it up. I mean, a silver longsword in one hand and a torch in the other.
All right. As you step into this room with your torch lit, you can see, you know, the torchlight as you extend it upwards does not even reach the ceiling. You can see, you know, even with the dim light that's sort of 60 feet above you, you can see like the ceiling just continues on upwards. And as you poke your head through the stairs, you can make out in this circular room what appears to be a giant statue about 15 feet in front of you that, you know, appears to be some sort of maiden or young woman.
All right, so I
Duma,
mean,
it's okay to fall in love with this one.
Wait,
not,
what?
I'm not gonna fall. Look,
Is she really
I only
hot,
get my.
though?
I need
Jesus,
to get
Dad.
close. I need to get closer to find out if she's hot. Okay, so I take a couple of steps forwards just to make sure that everyone can get up the stairs behind me.
All right.
I will hoof it.
I'm coming in last, by the way, me and Heidi.
Line up.
Okay. So Cithrin, Gus, Ezekiel, Radigan.
I guess.
Sirius and then
Radigan.
Cassandra?
Yep. All right. So as you step forward and everybody else sort of comes behind, you immediately recognize this statue, Augustus, as a statue of the Frost Maiden.
That is not a good sign. Excellent craftsmanship, though. Look at the stonework just there.
All right, I'm just going to move all of you sort of the top of the stairs. And you can currently see by his torch, and those of you with dark.
If Cassandra was a 90s movie, we'd attach a nuke to her and send her in, and she'd use her fangirl's power to get close enough to blow up and kill. So basically the fangirl core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right,
for
and
basic
you
health
can-
potion, it's 1d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
And so you can see, I mean, all of this chamber is again carved out of what appears to be this black ice. And just at the edge of your torchlight and your vision, and those of you looking in the center, you can see what appears to be a diamond-shaped dais that is raised out of the floor about 5 feet off the ground.
Don't fall for that.
You guys have rolled a lot of ones for healing.
Yep.
It's cold. in
We're
here.
playing on hard mode.
That we took a short rest.
You also heal an additional 4, Steph.
But like it. Oh, so I didn't need to use that last one. Thank you.
Well, you didn't need to use the potion.
Oh no, I'm retconning that.
All right. So, other than these statues that are sort of flanking the wall, you see this diamond-shaped dais in the center of the floor. What do you guys want to do?
Spread out so we don't get hit with a fireball.
That is a good idea.
Are you
I'm gonna
mocking
come over
me?
here and hit this statue with my axe.
No.
All right, yeah, you hit the statue with your axe. I mean, your axe does not even make a scratch in it. Like whatever this ice is, it skids off it, and you don't even look like you've done anything to it.
Duma follows Curious's lead. Instead of
Yeah.
using an axe, I take out my snowflake mace, and I do the same thing to the statue that's near me. Same
All right,
result?
yeah. The mace hits it, and yeah, I mean, there's a resounding sort of whack and sort of hard sound as it hits this ice, and it reverberates, but it does not crack, it does not shatter, it does not chip. And as that happens, there is a wind that just starts circulating and blowing in this temple, and the temperature is dropping and dropping. And you see with a bead of light floating down from the ceiling, and you can see coming from another diamond-shaped entrance about 80 feet up in this ceiling. You see floating well above you is Hedron, and she floats down and stops about 60 feet above you.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good
I throw a
evening.
torch to this spot.
All right. And she will say, "You have killed my high priest. Have you come to be my new priest, Centaur man?"
Unfortunately not, for I am a servant and a child of Moradin, and we are unfortunately here to end your frosty reign.
Oh, isn't that terrible? Are you sure that that is what you are here and what you want to do? Wouldn't you rather come feel the embrace of Aura? You could be her champions. You could spread her message across the lands with me.
We are here to end this, and you can pay whatever price you want to try and stop us. The easiest one is to give up now, but by Moradin's blessing and my hammer and my friends behind me, we will stop you and your mysteries.
Oh, your words are so brave. I've seen that look in people's eyes before. It is just a lovely sight to have them see the truth and how the knowledge comes in the understanding that they can't beat the cold. You can only embrace it. You can only accept it. And you see her look around and she just says, "The last person who came and professed at least appreciation for me is that undead Kessel, but he is currently hiding over behind that statue trying to commune with this tower. But the tower no longer respects you, Kessel. You are mine, as I am Aural's."
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. And I shoot her with I shoot her with my gun.
All right, as you raise your gun up, I need everyone to roll me initiative then, please.
We could have talked about it. God.
I had a one-liner too.
We didn't travel all this way to have a discussion.
You know what? I agree. I mean, that Kessel guy is obviously so devoted to her, and she isn't giving him anything. That is not how this works.
This is not a soap opera!
He's not devoted to her in the least. He's the guy who tried to take over Icewind Dale a century ago with the help of one of these towers. So he is desperately trying to actually get the tower to come back to him. And it won't.
How
I
about
have
we
a-
agree to shoot him, and then she leaves everyone else
We
alone?
don't want either of them to have the tower.
We already shot. We are shooting. Shotting has been
Radigan
happening.
shot first.
Radigan did shot first.
But I heard in
Alright.
the Winthrop directed reboot, he gets shot at first.
His
And
head
then like
moves
his
like
whole
8
head
inches to the
just like moves over to the side. It's really weird.
And all right, Cithrin, you are actually first to move as you see Radigan reach for his gun and aim to the sky.
Oh, there we go. I was on mute. Hmm.
And at the start of your turn, the winds are whistling and whipping around you. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Balls.
You take no damage, but you are pushed 5 feet.
5 feet back.
Diagonally upward. Actually, yeah, just 5 feet directly to your left as the winds buffet you.
Great. I'm just going to nothing for it. YOLO. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm really not in range of her, am I?
Oh no, she's 60 feet off the ground.
All right, javelin. Oh, I don't have javelins. I have crossbows. I will do that. And I'm going to miss horribly.
Yes, you fire upwards and the wind just whoosh, takes it and sends it off to the side.
Do I still get a second attack, or does that require crossbow expert?
That requires crossbow expert. You've got to load
That's
it.
so. That's so. Okay, that's
Crossbow?
all I can do.
Duma.
From where I'm standing, I know you said that she's 60 feet up in the air, but from where I'm standing, how much is that total distance?
From where you're standing, let's see, you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're about 90 feet probably.
Oh, dang, son. All right, so I'm.
And first off, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, geez.
All right, and you are blown 5 feet back as well.
All
But
right.
you take no damage.
Cool. All right, so. All right, so I'm gonna make my way here. And rage and reckless attack. With a javelin. Since
right.
she's still outside of my attack range with the javelin, the advantage is just regular attack, right?
Yep, straight roll.
Straight roll. Oh yeah.
21. Yeah, the javelin arcs upwards, and you can see just glances off her, and it looks like she's got almost an aura of ice around her as the javelin strikes that, and you see a little sort of crack in the fissure, but it then bounces off and whirls away in the air above.
Oh hell no. Okay, that's it for me.
You have second attack.
Oh, I do. Shit, I completely forgot. Oh yeah.
one off of being exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yep. Exact same thing. Yeah, your javelin flies up, it strikes, but yeah, it sort of sparks off of whatever this sort of icy thing around her is, and then sort of flies off into the air again.
I do have one action. I don't know if it, since she has that, since she's surrounded by the vortex that you mentioned. Would this still apply if I try to use this?
Yeah, you did. I mean, you did strike. It didn't actually hit her and do damage.
Okay,
but you definitely you hit with it. No, you didn't hit her with an attack. So
Oh, okay, damn it. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Radigan, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Certainly.
All right, yeah. The cold wind whipping around, you take no damage. You are pushed this way, though. So you are pushed to there by the wind.
All right, fair enough. This green diamond thingy that I'm looking at here, is that like inset into the floor, or is that raised up?
It's
or-
raised. It's 5 feet off the ground, and you can see with the light that is on it right now. You know, there's a central dice. It's shaped like a diamond with, you know, the snowflake symbol of Arl that is etched into it, and it is inlaid with silver.
All right. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to reach up and point my gun at her. And then I'm going to pull a rock out of my pocket and pull back 2 rubber bands on the gun and fire the rock at her as fast as I possibly
Unfortunately, yeah, it flies up but does not. Let's see, DC 15. Let's see. Yeah, she just very softly sort of moves off to one side, and it does not hit her.
Well, that's unfortunate. My turret can't actually hit her because she's like, what, 40 feet in the air?
60.
60. Ugh. So my turret's just gonna kind of look down at this like green dais thing and just kind of like light it up. Just kind of give it a nice little cook.
All right. Yeah, as the fire blasts over top of it. Surprisingly, though, it doesn't hit it. The flames curve upwards like there is a wind blowing upwards from it.
That's interesting.
And she will then chuckle and just say, I'll be waiting upstairs when you're ready. And she just floats up off into the darkness and disappears above you.
Wait, what? What?
That takes us to Ezekiel. There's a diamond-shaped hole in the ceiling up in the 3rd floor where she is waiting.
Okay.
That
Do
takes
I
us to Great
see
Ezekiel.
anybody hiding behind a statue?
Give me a perception check.
$22.
22. You do not see anybody hiding behind the statue.
Right. We should cover this. Gus, you have tarps or something, right?
Yes.
I have a tent. And I'll pull my tent out and start moving towards it.
Okay.
Oh no, we don't need to cover it.
Are you going to throw your tent over top of it?
I'm going to throw the tarp part of the tent over it.
All right. Oh, sorry. First, give me a Constitution saving throw. You take no damage.
I was here.
Yeah, 5. So you are pushed just 1 down, right beside. Yep. So yeah, you're able to go. You toss your tarp over top of it, and it does not land on it. It appears to just sort of blow upwards, and it flies up and away from you, and then sort of blows off back behind you.
Is this worth a try? I believe that's action and movement. I'm done.
Okay. Swirling out of this freezing wind, you start to see it coalesce and form into a large shape, and it is going to fly forward and attempt to slam into you, Radigan, as you are the closest to it.
What did I do?
That is a 27 to hit for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Wow. Okay.
And that is a 21 to hit for 19 bludgeoning damage.
If that's a 21 to hit, I do not want to be hit. So it gets to hit a mechanical umbrella.
All right, yeah, your umbrella opens up and it attempts to slam into it, and it is repelled from it. It is not able to hit you.
Wow. Okay. That hurt.
And Duma, from behind you and Ezekiel and Cithrin, you can see apparating behind Duma is this decrepit, sort of taut-skinned, almost undead-looking creature. But he reaches out to place his hand upon you. And he lays his hand on your arm, Duma, and you take 20
Is there an attack
necrotic
roll?
damage.
Is there an attack
There
roll?
is an attack roll. He
What is
rolled
the-
a 21. So you can cutting words it.
I'm going to try to cutting word.
Got to get a 3.
I got a 3.
Oh, he gets it. That takes it. Oh, no, that takes it to an 18, which
Oh.
just hits.
You tried.
I did. I
Yeah.
tried for Duma.
Hey, good try.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still an 18. That is 20 necrotic damage.
Ow.
And as
Can't rage
he
your way out of that
absorbs
one.
that energy, you see his head sort of lull back, and he breathes out this like white vaporous mist that floats up into the air above him. And he will look at you, Ezekiel, and just go, "That was unfair. Get him." And this mist is going to float across towards you, Ezekiel. And it is going to attempt to, it moves through. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw as this like mist that is almost filled with like these blood red rivulets floats into your area.
11.
11. You take 10 necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 5.
Okay.
And that takes us to Augustus.
All right, so I am going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to
First of all, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Let me go back to where Constitution saving throw. How's that?
That is perfectly fine.
Okay, oh yeah.
You are actually pushed to here by the wind.
Oh, that kind of fucks up. How can I do this? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, yes. So I'm going to back up to there, and I'm going to charge this motherfucker. Yeah. Hit with a melee attack on the same turn. You can immediately follow the attack with a bonus action, making one attack against it. All right, so my first attack is that, but
Oh, that hits.
I am going to cast Searing Smite on it.
Very nice.
Oh, I do that before I attack. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a
Next time I'll.
bonus action. That's fine.
And then I get my second attack. Oh no, I get to. Do I want to push him? No, I'll push him on my second attack. So my second attack. Yeah, I do from the charge.
Is it not a bonus action?
You can immediately follow that attack. Oh yeah, it's a bonus action. Shit.
Yeah.
Then I'll just
All
push
right,
him
so
5 feet closer to Duma, so we can get a good hit. Oh yeah, so that's also a bonus action. Fuck. How do I get more bonus actions?
You don't.
I missed
You
3.5.
can't.
I'm petitioning us officially to go to 3.5.
No, we are never doing that. You're an asshole.
Considering my character has so many bonus actions that had stacking damage modifiers, no.
All right, that takes us to Cassandra.
Right, so when she said, "Oh, I'll be upstairs if you need me," did I get the sense that we could maybe take a long rest before?
No.
Oh
No.
Ah,
It's kind of like a gauntlet you guys are in. First up, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
son of a bitch!
Wizards are known for their Constitution saving throws.
All right, you take 2 cold damage,
Ooh, I'm
and
gonna
you are
nip
pushed
that.
5 feet that way.
Okay, I'm going to use Firebolt on the misty-shaped cold thing, and Heidi will assist.
All right, roll your attack.
I also have to make the con save.
Say that.
You got 22s. It's fine.
All right. Yes, that absolutely hits. And I mean, the firebolt sort of strikes inside it, and rather than passing through as a mist, you actually see it sort of spark and, sort of burn up inside of it.
And then I will kind of duck down and try and hide. Or you know what I mean.
Yep, you crouch down. That takes us to Curious.
All right. Okay. What the hell?
Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah. I hate this damn thing.
You just make it. You take no cold damage.
Well, wait. Would my Mountain Born not negate most of that?
That would negate some of it.
Cool.
All right. If you're resistant to cold, you'd take 1 cold damage instead of 2. So, and then you are blown 5 feet that way.
I'm not resistant to cold. I'm just acclimatized to high altitude, including elevations above 20,000 feet, which means I'm naturally adapted to cold climates, as described.
Yeah, no, this is magical cold damage from the wind blowing in through here.
Okay,
So,
based on that,
Yeah, you
then
can take the.
I've done that. Okay, is this? I'm assuming this is an air elemental.
yes.
All right, I'm going to use my last favored foe to mark it with Hunter's Mark. Oh, did you move me?
Yeah, you slid 5 feet to the right.
Okay, I didn't see that. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my sheet. So I will run up and I will smack it twice with my axe and tell Radigan to get the hell out of here.
Those are 2 hits.
X.
All right. Wow, very nice damage.
24. I
Yeah,
get 12 each time.
Yep, you slash and slice through, and I mean, the form sort of breaks apart and then recoalesces again around you, but it definitely looks lessened from what it was. And it is at that point we are at the top of the round, and we are going to end it here for the evening.
Ooh.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Besides, I'm either going to be blown away from it or towards it on my turn, and I've got a lot of fire damage coming in, so I'm fine.
And Akar is going to cast Disintegrate on me.
Woo! I can't fix that. Maybe I could duct tape the mist back together.
I want to deal with a mist next round that's like slowly draining my life away from me, or quickly draining my life away from me better.
Steph is AFK right now for the outro.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody who talked in chat.
Bye-bye,
Yes, thanks for everybody for watching. And we will, I don't know if we'll see you guys next week for a Boxing Day spectacular finish to the Legacy of the Crystal Shard, or whether it will be the week after. Either way,
Americans don't get that.
Boxing Day exists in America. Nobody observes it. It's on the calendar.
holiday. That's the thing. It's not even
Boxing
really a
Day is also
holiday.
known as the day after Christmas for all of our American friends.
so to everybody, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Crazy Kwanzaa, a Tip-Top Tet, and a very solemn Ramadan.
Oh, and a friendly Festivus.
Yes.
For the rest of us. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I will go and hit the end. Nighty night.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to all.
To all a good night.